Today we re-diving into a story that sounds like it's ripped straight from a Hollywood blockbuster, but I promise you, it's 100% real. It's the story of an asteroid that came so close to Earth, it literally rewrote our future. This isn't about the dinosaurs. This is about a cosmic close call that happened in our own time, and how it completely changed our understanding of the dangers lurking in space. Picture this. It's 2013. You're probably just going about your day, maybe scrolling through your phone, not a care in the world. Suddenly, over the city of Chelyabinsk in Russia, the sky explodes. A blinding flash, brighter than the sun, followed by a shock wave so powerful it shatters windows, damages over 7,000 buildings, and injures more than 1,500 people. What caused this chaos? An asteroid, about 20 meters wide, the size of a 6-story building, that nobody saw coming. It entered our atmosphere at over 60,000 kilometers per hour and detonated with the force of 30 Hiroshima bombs. This wasn't a direct impact, but an airburst, and it was a massive wake-up call for the entire planet. The scary part? We were completely blindsided. Our telescopes, our sophisticated space-watching systems, all of them missed it. Why? Because it came at us from the direction of the sun. It was like a cosmic ninja, hidden in the sun's glare, ambushing us without warning. The Chelyabinsk event proved a horrifying point. It's not just the giant, dinosaur-killer asteroids we need to worry about. Even relatively small ones, which are far more common, can cause immense damage and chaos, especially if they explode over a populated area. Think about it. If that same rock had entered the atmosphere just a few hours later, it could have been over a major European or American city. The outcome would have been catastrophic. Before Chelyabinsk, the global focus was almost entirely on finding planet killers, asteroids over a kilometer in size. These are the ones that could cause a global extinction event, and we're pretty good at tracking them. We've found over 95% of the estimated population. But the Chelyabinsk meteor made scientists and governments realize we had a huge blind spot. There are millions of smaller, city-threatening asteroids out there, from 20 to 140 meters in size, and we had barely begun to catalog them. This single event was the catalyst that shifted our entire planetary defense strategy. It was no longer just about preventing the end of the world. It was about preventing regional disasters. So, what happened next? Well, everything changed. Funding for planetary defense programs, which had been minimal, skyrocketed. Organizations like NASA and the European Space Agency got serious, launching new initiatives and pouring resources into finding these smaller, but still dangerous near-Earth objects. Before 2013, we were finding maybe a few hundred new asteroids a year. After Chelyabinsk, that number jumped into the thousands. New, more powerful telescopes were built, like the Pan-STARRS system in Hawaii and the Catalina Sky Survey. These weren't just looking for the big guys anymore. They were designed specifically to hunt for the Chelyabinsk-sized threats. The event didn't just push us to find them. It pushed us to figure out what to do if we found one on a collision course. This is where the story gets really cool and enters true sci-fi territory. The idea of deflecting an asteroid went from a theoretical concept to an urgent, practical mission. This directly led to one of the most incredible space missions ever attempted, NASA's DART mission, which stands for Double Asteroid Redirection Test. The plan was simple in concept but insanely difficult in execution. Fly a spacecraft millions of miles through space and deliberately crash it into an asteroid to see if we could change its path. The target was a small moonlit asteroid called Dimorphos, orbiting a larger asteroid named Didymos. Dimorphos was about 160 meters in diameter, big enough to wipe out a city. It posed no threat to Earth, which made it the perfect test subject. In September 2022, after a 10-month journey, the DART spacecraft, about the size of a vending machine, slammed into Dimorphos at 22,500 kilometers per hour, and the world watched, holding its breath. Did it work? It worked better than anyone dared to hope. The impact didn't just nudge the asteroid. It blasted tons of rock and debris into space, which acted like a rocket engine, pushing Dimorphos even more. The original goal was to change its orbit by about 73 seconds. The final result? We changed its orbit by a whopping 32 minutes. This was a monumental moment for humanity. For the first time in the history of life on this planet, a species, us, had demonstrated the ability to alter the course of a celestial body. We proved that we are no longer helpless spectators waiting for the sky to fall. We now have a viable tool to protect ourselves. The DART mission was a direct consequence of the lesson taught to us by the Chelyabinsk meteor. That terrifying morning in 2013 was the fire that forged our planetary shield. It forced us to confront our vulnerability and, in doing so, empowered us to develop the technology to ensure our survival. Looking ahead, the work is far from over. The next step is the European Space Agency's Hera mission, launching in late 2024. It will travel to Dimorphos to study the aftermath of the DART impact up close. It will measure the crater, analyze the asteroid's mass, and give us precise data to refine our deflection models. At the same time, we're building even more advanced observatories like the upcoming NEO-Surveyor space telescope. This telescope will be positioned in a special orbit between the Earth and the Sun, specifically to spot asteroids coming from that dangerous sun glare direction, the exact blind spot that allowed the Chelyabinsk meteor to sneak up on us. It will be our cosmic sentinel, our early warning system against the very threat that woke us up in 2013. So when we talk about the Chelyabinsk asteroid, we're not just talking about a random explosion. We're talking about the single most important close call in modern history. It was a terrifying, destructive event, but it was also a gift. It was a warning shot from the cosmos that we as a civilization actually listened to. It spurred a global revolution in planetary defense, leading directly to the technologies and strategies that could one day save millions of lives, or even all of us. Our future was literally rewritten on that day, moving from a story of passive chance to one of active defense. We learned that the universe is a busy and sometimes dangerous place, but we also learned that we have the power to write our own destiny within it. Thanks so much for hanging out and exploring this incredible story with me. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes our greatest moments of progress come from our closest calls with disaster. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.